Difference between its manga and anime and newly added scenes for which watch. Episode 24. The anime adds a scene where Morihito, Kanchi, Nico and Keigo see the sign advertising their school's cultural festival. In the manga, the conversation Morihito has with Kanchi, Keigo and Nico about washing his pants takes place at his house, while in the anime, it takes place at the exit of Asunaro High School. In the manga, when Morihito talks about his pants he shows them to the others, however in the anime he shows them a picture. The anime removes the scene where Morihito is seen wearing the pants. In the anime, when Morihito explains to them about the second wash of his pants you can see them folded on the table, however in the manga Morihito only mentions them. In the manga, when Morihito tells them about the first time he washed his pants, you can see Kanchi and Keigo's reactions, however, in the anime, Nico and Miharu's reactions are also added. The anime adds a scene of Morihito banging on the table when explaining how long pants should be worn before being washed for the second time. The anime removes Keigo's response when Morihito asks why the second wash has to be done some time after purchasing them. In the anime, when Kanchi explains to Keigo that Morihito tends to go on and on about what he likes, the scene can be seen surrounded by a circle while the background is white. The anime adds sparks and flashes to the background when Miharu tells Morihito that what he's talking about is interesting. In the anime, when Morihito gets excited upon hearing Miharu's interest in pants, you can see his face getting closer to Miharu's. In the anime, when Morihito tells Miharu that if he is interested he can teach him, Miharu can be seen in the scene. In the anime, Nico is shown getting up from the table to avoid listening to Morihito, however in the manga, all you can see is Nico's dialogue saying that she also has something to do. The anime shows in more detail how Keigo gets up from the table to be held by the arm by Morihito. In the anime, Nico, Kanchi, Keigo, and Miharu can be seen sitting in front of Morihito as he explains the basics to them, while in the manga, only the dialogue is seen. In the anime, when you see Nico, Keigo, Kanchi and Miharu desperate to hear Morihito's talk you can see black lines in the background. The anime removes Miharu's line where he says that he doesn't care and proceeds to ask Morihito something. In the manga, when Miharu asks Morihito if instead of training pants he doesn't buy them in a store, a clothing store is shown, while in the anime only Miharu is shown. In the anime, when Morihito explains the difference to Miharu you can see Miharu and Kanchi with their backs to each other showing Morihito, while in the manga you can see Morihito with his back to each other showing Miharu and Kanchi. In the anime, when Morihito explains the differences you can see that his eyes cannot be seen. The anime removes Miharu's dialogue where she tries to respond to Morihito but is interrupted by him. In the manga, Miharu is crushed by Morihito's dialogue. For obvious reasons this was not adapted in the anime. The anime adds a scene showing Miharu, Kanchi, and Keigo's reactions to Morihito's words as he explains his way of wearing jeans. In the anime, when Kanchi asks Morihito a question you can see Miharu and Keigo next to him as well as the pants folded on the table and Morihito in the scene. The anime adds Kanchi's reaction to Morihito's response. The anime adds several shots of Morihito as he talks about how important jeans are. The anime adds Kanchi, Miharu, and Keigo's reactions to Morihito's speech. The anime adds a scene of Morihito laughing at seeing the others motivated. The anime removes Kanchi's line where he tells Morihito that he can really talk about jeans for days. In the anime, when Nico tells Morihito that she has the perfect spell for it, Kanchi is added alongside Morihito. In the manga, when Morihito hears Nico say that she has the right spell for the situation you can see his worried face. This scene is not adapted in the anime. The anime removes the scene where Morihito tells Nico that it's not necessary and then is convinced by her. The anime adds a scene showing Kanchi, Morihito, and Keigo's reactions to Nico's spell. The anime adds a dialogue from Keigo where after seeing Nico's spell he recognizes it is the same spell she used during the Ouroboros game. The anime removes the scene where Kanchi and Keigo begin comparing the copy of Morihito to him. In the anime, when Nico says that the copies have no personality so they don't feel pain you can see that Nico has a blank expression with black eyes, while in the manga her face is not fully shown. In the anime, when Nico says that the copies cannot carry out complex orders, Kanchi and Morihito can be seen next to her. The anime removes the dialogue where it says they don't need a company with questionable business practices to know about this spell. The anime removes the dialogue where after Nico asks the copy to rest from time to time it is said that those are best practices. In the anime, when Nico apologizes to Morihito you can see him in the scene. In the anime, Morihito can be seen walking sadly around the room, while in the manga he is only seen leaving the room. In the manga, when Miharu asks Nico if she can fix some jeans, you can see that he is holding them folded, while in the anime he is holding them up. The anime adds a scene of Keigo, Miharu, Nico, and Kanchi listening to Morihito's response after giving him his new jeans. The anime adds a scene where Morihito sees the others and they are surprised. The anime adds a scene where Nico, Kanchi, Keigo, and Kanchi react to the fact that the jeans cost 1 million yen. In the manga, when Kanchi reacts to the value of the pants, you can see him next to the table, while in the anime he is next to the others. In the manga, after Morihito explains why they are worth so much, you can see Miharu and Keigo explaining why the spell worked and how Masumi knew the value of the pants, while in the anime you can see Nico and Kanchi standing next to them. In the manga, when Kanchi tells Morihito that he hasn't considered selling the pants, he is shown alone, while in the anime Miharu, Nico, Morihito and Keigo are shown next to him. In the anime, when Morihito shouts that it doesn't matter, a shot is made of his face. The anime removes a line from Morihito where he says he will rotate between them to help others raise. The anime removes the scene where Nico is seen holding her hair. In the manga, you can see Morihito and Kanchi say their options for going on a date, however in the anime you only hear their options. The anime adds hearts to the background when Nico realizes that Morihito asked her out. In the anime, Nico can be seen with her hair styled in 2 ponytails, however in the manga she goes to the date with her normal hair. The anime adds a scene of Nico blushing after imagining Wa giving her flowers. In the anime, when Morihito tells Nico that they have to leave or they will lose their lunch reservation, Morihito is seen checking his watch, while in the manga neither Morihito nor Nico are shown in the scene. In the anime, when Nico says that he doesn't doubt that Morihito was up until 3 in the morning making the itinerary, Nico's face is focused on. The anime adds a shot showing Nico and Morihito's feet as they walk. The anime removes the scene where Nico wonders what kind of movie they'll watch, debating between a romance or a horror film. In the anime, when Nico wonders about the movie they will watch based on the name, you can see Nico in the scene. The anime removes Nico's line where he tells Morihito that she would prefer something more romantic. The anime removes Morihito's line where he tells Nico that the film was about the Russian Revolution, and she replies that she had never seen a silent film before either. The anime adds a scene where Morihito and Nico are seen looking at items in a store. The anime removes the scene where Nico tells Moi that she wants to go to a nice cafe that has a couple's seating area, to which Moi replies that the one they're going to has that. The anime removes the scene where Nico tries to talk to Moi but is interrupted by the waiter giving her cappuccino. In the manga, when Morihito says it's time for the planetarium, he checks his phone, while in the anime he checks his watch. In the manga, you can see Nico and Morihito collecting trash before seeing the stars, while in the anime, this scene is not seen. The anime adds a scene where a shooting star is seen and Nico mentions that due to the speed she was unable to make a wish. The anime adds a scene in which Morihito asks Nico about the wish she was going to make, telling her that he hopes to become a great witch. The anime removes the poster announcing the end of summer vacation. In the anime, when Kara tells the others about what they will do for the cultural festival, you can see Shiki in her hair clip, while in the manga she has not met Shiki yet. The anime removes the text that says Kara is the class representative. The anime removes the scene where the narrator says the second trimester is off to a busy start. The anime removes the scene where Rikiharu is seen getting excited about the festival. The anime removes the scene where Nico imagines Morihito refusing to get excited about the festival. The anime removes the scene where Kara asks for volunteers. The anime removes the scene where Nico tells Morihito that Kara didn't force him to raise his hand. The anime removes the scene where the narrator mentions that Morihito is a coffee lover. In the anime, however, it's Nico who says it. The anime cuts out Morihito's explanation about the cafes. In the anime, when Kujo starts speaking, you can see several characters in front of him like Kamugi. In the manga, you can see how Arashi, Ina and Keigo talk about not wanting to participate in the festival, however in the anime Keigo is not shown. The anime removes a scene where Morihito talks about how he didn't expect introverts to talk like that. In the manga, Nico is approached by Sugiura and Hajime when she is making preparations for her class, however in the anime it is different. A scene is added of Nico and Morihito leaving class after having no ideas for the class topic and then meeting Sugiura and Hajime, who ask Nico for help to help them. The anime adds a scene where Nico remembers the time of the date with Moi when Sugiura asks her for help. The anime adds a scene where a mysterious person is seen typing on their computer. Trivia. In the manga, Doppelganger's first appearance occurs in chapter 50, chapter adapted in this episode, while in the anime it occurs in episode 17, making this its second appearance in the anime.